and come to you, and what would we be doing?
Well, first thing with every student, it's about working with the individual.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd see if you've done any playing today.
No.
So okay, then we'd probably do a little bit of a warm up together.
Great.
So what do you usually do for your warm up?
I start with some buzzing. I've got a copy of Brad Edwards' Basic 6 routine. So start with some buzzing, and the one that I like the best is this one with the arches. So
So have you ever worked with Doug Elliott?
For about 5 minutes at a conference,
Okay.
when he had his booth, and he was working on, he had worked with somebody right before me on a mouthpiece. I had a question about the size of my mouthpiece. At the time I was playing on a 4G, and I said, it feels constricting. And so Doug said, well, put it on the horn play. And he looked at me and said, the mouthpiece isn't the problem. And then he went away. So
He's someone I want to take some lessons with, and I thought about getting him out here for a week.
Oh yeah.
But a first lesson with him would be really good.
Yeah, Art Jennings is a good contact, I think, for him. He has a relationship with Doug.
Okay.
And Art's at Florida still. So,
Yeah. So what do you do after you buzz?
After I buzz, to get the air going, there are some glissando exercises that. It's early in the morning.
Yeah.
I should start lower. This one's optional. And one or the other of these, and usually they're repeat signs, so the first time through you would buzz it, and the second time through you would actually play it. Step by step, half steps.
Yeah. So I'm getting some clues. So
Good.
just kind of watching. So how long is your routine or warm up?
45 minutes to an hour, depending upon how much time I have. If I have no time, it could be 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
The luxury of being on sabbatical is I am able to put in 2 to 4 hours a day, something and a half now.
Right. So 2 questions. Do you hit it that hard right off the bat, like today?
I take a little more time to breathe at the beginning, and it's interesting. I always was always of the mindset that you should start right away, gently, and you
Yeah.
work in the low register, and I found that was working pretty well. I had a lesson a few weeks ago with somebody who said the first thing they do is to buzz as high as they can
Yeah.
on glissando, and I went, "Oh, really?" And he went, "Yeah," and so I guess to everybody.
Yeah, you kind of have to find what works
Right.
for you.
I'm thinking that for me, that high buzz right away isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm trying to make some changes, which I almost did then, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And going into the upper register right away would maybe lead me to start doing some bad things, rather than reinforce the good things.
There's one that I really like. Have you ever used the Buddy Baker book?
I've seen it, and I've met him.
Yeah.
If you have it, I'd love to take a look at it.
Yeah, and there's actually, I like his first exercise, and he calls it, I think, downward slurs, and it goes all the way, and it's for tenor trombone, starts on middle B flat, and then by the end of the first exercise, you're at double pedal B flat.
Double.
And there are lots of rests written
Yeah.
in, so I think it's a good gentle way. And everyone's different. I like the approach of kind of easing into it a bit, and then you do want to go really high, but probably not in the first 2 minutes.
Right, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. That's what's worked for me, and this is one I like to do with pretty much everybody who comes
Mhm.
in.
Okay.
So we'll do a few with the metronome.
So it's right here for.
Yeah. Stolen for your spit.
Thank you.
And then my other question, so do you do any smearing in your practice? So you did like some glisses, but do you play any music like that?
There are some warm-ups that, yes, no articulation at all. We're asked to, it's in the Ken Ebo book,
Okay.
where he will give you an exercise, and the first time through it, you glissando everything, and then you play it backwards, the glissando backwards, and
So-
then you gradually start to add articulation. So
That's
I do
one
a little
I'll
smear.
want to hear you play.
Okay,
Because
good.
that can give me one of the biggest clues about your playing. That sort of meshes with my approach, and
Okay.
each teacher has their kind of thing. So I'll kind of get to know your playing a little bit here, and then I'll want to find out what your goals are as a player
Good.
too.
So just start this.
Yeah,
is
we'll,
that-
we'll do a bit of this together. And I crank it up to about 80 here. So just nice and gentle.
And articulation, just a light legato
Yeah,
articulation.
you can slur if you want, or tongue,
Okay.
either way. 2, 3. So you could go on. What I notice about your first sound, there's just a little bit of extra tension, and I think, you know, as you're getting loosened up, this exercise is a good, easy way to get things going.
So this is the Buddy Baker tenor trombone method?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to play this every morning at 8 in the morning with my undergraduate teacher. And this gets you really low, so it'll take you down to a double pedal B flat. And then
I don't even know if I have one of those.
he does scales after, like, different kinds, you know, octonic, major, chromatic. And what I like to do is just play every other scale, like 1, 3, 5, 7.
Okay.
And then on alternating days, 2, 4, 6, 8. And it goes all the way up to high E or high F. And then, so it's good because we did something low, and then we did what you were talking about, getting high early in the day, and it takes you back down kind of gently. So you're working on expanding your range, and then it always comes back to, like, just sort of a laid back, middle reg sort of thing.